Good morning. This is Maud and Wolfie. She is my companion for today, also because she was a little bit mischievous and not behaving. Can you behave, Wolfje? Kan je gedragen? Well, she might be barking a little bit, but when I have her with me, Wolfje. And this is my setup for today. In case you were wondering, I have two daylights and I have my Mac computer attached to my iPad, and this is what I'm going to be working with today. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm up to. So, Roxy's Journal of Stitchery April page, and the prompts that are given, and I will link Rachel's and Sarah's videos down below. The prompts that were given were old quilt and cottage. Well, I don't have any old quilts. I'm not in the possession of them, and whenever they are in the antique stores, because you never see them here in the thrift stores, at least not the thrift stores I go to. But in the antique stores, they're so expensive, so I don't get to buy them. But that having said, I made this about 8 to 10 years ago with the intention of making a handbag. This was from a Japanese quilting book, and I loved it at the time, but let's be honest, I don't need another handbag. So this was in a plastic bag in my attic, and it wasn't getting any love. This one needs to be quilted yet, so I'm putting this one aside. I'm not going to work with this one this time. But this one I've hand quilted. Like you can see on the back, all these really nice stitches. And this is just the perfect size for a page. If I have my pages here, yeah. This is the size that I have my pages. And I think it will be perfect just to cut this out and leave the edges raw, I think. At first I thought I was going to tea dye this, but then I thought, no, I have no tea dyed things in my journal of stitchery so far. So I will just cut this out to size. And then for a cottage. Well, what I did find in the thrift store were these lovely handkerchiefs. And can you believe it? I only paid 10 cents each. And this one still has the original sticker on it, so it means it was never used, but it is stained. But I don't mind. But this one is not cottage. Then I thought, how about using this cottage? But then, what a shame, because this is in Dutch, zeg Roodkapje, waar ga je heen? Little Red Riding Hood, where are you going? And I'm not going to cut into this, but this is far too big. It will cover up my page completely. And then I have a lot of embroidery, things that I do find in the thrift store. And I thought I might cut this out, or this with the windmill. I mean, these are cottages and a church and a windmill. So this might be nice, but this is summer. Zomer in Dutch. And here it says spring, lente. And the 4 seasons, the 4 jaargetijden. But then I thought, no, let's use this at a later date. And then I remembered I had some more embroidery. Oh, and by the way, I have to show you this. I got this from an old pillow that I did not like anymore. So I took it off and I'm going to keep it for future use. And then I've got these that I took off something that somebody made. And I really love these flowers. These are going to inspire me for this page. And then I have these two. Here it says Utrecht's Theehuis. It doesn't mean that they sell tea there. But it's from the province of Utrecht, and the houses were built in the shape of a T, so that's why it's called a tea house. And I also have this one, and I don't like this snowman, but I could cover him up. And I do like this house, and I do like this, but I also maybe if I cut this out and leave this off, because this is a beautiful, well, it's a farmhouse, it's not a cottage, but we have freedom. Let me first cut this out to size, and I don't want the stitching to be on there, but let me just pin this down. And yes, I've got my big pin cushion here with my little fairy helping me. And now I need some really good scissors, but then again, I've learned that you shouldn't cut the batting with your best scissors. So let me see if I have some. This will do. A little bit small, but that's okay. Oh, Wolfje, stil maar, meisje. Stil maar. My hubby was so sweet. He is going to work in the garden today, and he told me, like, go and make a video. You haven't made a video in a week, so thank you, hubby. And some of you have been asking if I would show some footage of my garden. Well, in early spring, it's not the best looking. So I will show you some photos when flowers are blooming and it's all looking nice. Because we did have some construction going on. We have a porch made at the back of our house, and it is perfectly fine, but it needs some settling in and it needs some decorating still, and I'm not confident enough to show you the building site that it is just now. You guys, I'm kind of excited to see what comes from underneath now, and I will keep these scraps, I think. Now let me look what is underneath. Oh yeah, yes, I really like this, and I don't think I need to put this onto this underground page, because, well, it is sturdy enough by itself, so I can keep this for future use. Let me see. I think this will be the perfect size if I cut it out, and this will get a little lost, I think. And I don't want him there. But then again, I also, this is still on double fabric. Oh, and if you were wondering, these were made out of old shirts of my husband. Well, this one not, but this one, 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 and these three were other fabrics, and this is quilt fabric. But so these are old shirts from my hubby. So I really like that they are on there. Oh, I really like this on here as well. I don't want to cover up. This is from the sleeve. But I do like the button there, but I don't want to cover up too much. I think I will cut this out. I think this is the perfect size for this page. I do like this one. And now I want more flowers in the background, but I have something really special that I received from Carolyn from the UK, and I have to show you guys. I will pause the video here for a second and let me show you what I got. So thank you so much, Carolyn, for sending me all these beautiful things and your sweet, sweet notes that went along. And this arrived just Saturday and it's now Monday, and I can't believe that you spoiled me so much with all these beautiful items. And I've never embroidered with this wool, so this is really precious to me. I will try to incorporate it into this page, and a wooden postcard that I can use inside any journal, and a paper pad. Oh wow, this is going to be a show and tell video. But the most exciting thing is this latest book by Tilly Rose, Daydream Journals, and I think this will be interesting for junk journalers also. And it is full of inspiration. And especially I like the title page with all these flowers on here, and also these flowers are stamped. And what I want to do, because when I saw this, Carolyn, I immediately thought, how about if I stamp some blue flowers on here? I think that will be beautiful. And it's even signed by Tilly. And I can't believe that you sent me this one, your own copy. I really love it so much. Oh, look at these journals. They are so yummy. And they make me want to do even more of these stitched journals. And some of you have been asking, are you going to do junk journaling again? And yes, of course I will. But at the moment, I am so in awe with all these stitchery things that I want to concentrate on this for a little bit. But let me get my stamps out and start stamping some flowers on here. And I especially love that she used blue, so I'm going to see if I have some some blue stamping pads that are waterproof. I don't think that I have, but then again, this journal is never going to get wet, at least not intentionally. So let me see what I can do. I'll be back. So I do have some StazOn ink, midnight blue and teal blue. And I took out stamps. What glare. With flowers. I think it's just this part, but oh, I love this font so much. And I've got some Tim Holtzy flowers, and I think these will do best because they kind of mimic the size of this flower that's already on there. But I also have this flower that I used on a previous page, so I might just put this on the edge so that it comes back, and I will use the scraps to do some stamping on, so I can see if it works. Oh, they're much better. This is so much better. Look at it. I really love this. So I'm going to try it on this. Oh yes, I really like it. It is there, but it's not that obvious. I am going to stamp more of these flowers and then I will be back. So I have my stamping on here. Let me take this off so you can see better. And I must say I got carried away, as we all do when we are stamping, but I took the two blue colors that I have, and I've stamped various Tim Holtz flowers on here, and also this one with the leaves. And putting this on here, I'm really happy with how this page is coming together. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is attach these two onto the fabric, and from there on embroider even more flowers on here, kind of in the style of Tilly Rose. Oh, I love this. This is not too difficult. I could do this here. And some buttons, and oh, she even, look you guys, she even embroidered some little mushrooms. I could do them here. Oh, I'm so inspired. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for sending me this book. I am I am ondersteboven, which means if you translate this directly, it says I'm upside down, but it means that, yeah, I can't believe you sent me this, but I am so grateful. Oh, and Tilly even did some lace on here, so you also sent me this. Maybe I could use a little bit of this on here. Oh yes, that would look nice. Dear Carolyn, I'm going to use some of the things that you sent me. I'm also going to use some wool to embroider some stems here. But for now, I'm going to just pause the video here for a little bit and I will be back. So I have attached both embroidery pieces with some invisible stitching, not too much, just to tack it on there. And what I decided to do is to mimic some of these cross stitches down here so that I can kind of pull this one into the fabric with some cross stitching. So that's what I'm doing, some random cross stitches, and I think I will even embroider this fence along here also. So just some simple cross stitches and taking off all the bits that I don't like. And I'm not going to make rows of cross stitches. It's just that I want something to tie the embroidery work with the fabric underneath. Also because these are straight stitches, so I might mimic that in the end also. And I'm going to embroider greenery. Oh, sorry, I was out of frame. Greenery here also, so I'm not too worried about where my stitches are going to be exactly. And I don't want them evenly spaced. So let me show you a close-up, and yeah, I really like this, and I'm going to continue with some green cross stitches here, and I'm going to do some very pale blue cross stitches on here, so it ties in with the blue a little bit better. So I will be doing this off camera, and perhaps this will be 2 videos. I'm going to see how long this one is already. But I have some time today, so I will be cross-stitching for another hour, I think. And I will show you this, I think, later in the afternoon. But for you, thanks to technology, it will just be 1 second. Well, this is it so far, and I don't know if you see the inspiration that I took from the Daydream Journals book, but I do see it. It is completely different because, well, I don't have the same materials and I am me, but I see similarities, and I want to do some more embroidery, but this is what I've done so far. I've done all these cross stitches, and I'm sorry, my printer is starting Hold on just a moment. So sorry that you heard all that noise, but sometimes it just starts on its own. I don't know if you have the same. But I've done this blue around the houses so it ties in with the rest of the page, and I've done this green. Let me show you a picture in between of how it was. And now I think the house is pop more, and that's what I like. The next thing that I'm going to do is mimic this fence and put it down here. I thought I was going to use this, but it is far too thick. I mean, I have to go through several layers and it doesn't work for me. So I am going to use other embroidery yarn, and I think I'm going to use these. But I do want a similar color to, to do these fence posts with, and then the in-between wires, so that it's kind of the same. And then what I've taken from my inspiration book is that I want to do some stems here, like Tilly Rose did here, and perhaps pull some up here. And I want to use this part as inspiration. And also you can see she's got a lot of crochet things on here, like I did with the doily. But for now, let's make the fence. And these are 4 cross stitches. So I'm going to do cross stitch as well, but kind of loosey-goosey because, well, I don't have the pattern to count. And this was also really easy because I did not follow any pattern. I did not have to count. I just embroidered. Let me take a pencil and let's see where I want to put the posts. Even do more cross stitches because I want the post to be quite large. So that's one post. Yeah, I think I really like this, and then the wires are going to come down like this, and there will be some green behind it, probably. And now I'm going to tie these together like so with just a simple back stitch, I think. Let me get my finer needle. Doing the threading of the needle on camera never works, and now I've done it on camera, off camera. Of course it works in one go. Yes, I'm really liking this. This one kind of disappears, so I think I will go back and try to do this one over the white. Let me see if I can do that, because now it disappears. Oh, and I also see that here it continues a little bit, so try to mimic that too. Yeah. Yes, I really like this. Let me zoom you out again. This is coming together so nicely, but yeah, I'm going to stop the video here, and I will take you along in further steps that I do, but that will be the next video. So for now, I hope I have inspired you again a little bit, either if you are doing the same cloth journal, or if you're doing a junk journal, perhaps you get some inspiration of composition or something. I hope I have inspired you. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like to stick around, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye for now.